When it comes to hotel marketing, profitability and not revenue is key. However, and paradoxically, I would say, there might be some hidden practices within your marketing strategies that are in reality undermining your success. These are what I refer to as the revenue sinkholes, so potentially damaging patterns that could be silently draining your profits. And so we often become entangled in common strategies and tactics, all with the intention of growing our hotel business and revenue. But are we always sure that they are delivering the desired results? Or could they be perhaps creating traps that are causing us to lose more than we gain? And this is where the concept of marketing paradoxes comes in, apparent best practices that can actually lead us down the wrong path. And so in this video, I'll dive deep into the 9 most prevalent hotel marketing paradoxes. I'll explain why they can cause more harm than good, providing an understanding of their potential impact on your hotel revenue. Best part though, what follows is pure, plain and simple logic. There are no technicalities, so let's dig in. Paradox number 1, the taking traffic from competitors without offering value. And so when it comes to attracting new traffic, potential clients, one of the first ideas that often comes to mind is to intercept the traffic that is searching for or viewing our competitors' hotels, websites, or channels. But what sense does it make to try to lure these potential clients when all we have to offer is at best exactly the same thing? Even when we have something extra to offer, we frequently fail to communicate it effectively. Many times our campaigns simply state, "I exist too." When there is no unique value proposition, these efforts are wasted resources. Intercepting traffic that is already close to making a decision, possibly not in our favor, is kind of pointless. Paradox number 2, running brand protection campaigns without competing players. Often the OTAs bid on hotels' brand name in their campaigns. However, it's not always the case. Not all the OTAs bid on every hotel's brand name indiscriminately. They may focus on certain countries or specific circumstances. Hence, running a brand protection campaign when there is no brand under threat doesn't make much sense. In such a situation, we're likely spending money to secure traffic that we might have received for free organically. Paradox number 3, seek more direct bookings when struggling to fill. Why should a hotelier focus on direct bookings when the primary challenge is achieving full occupancy? In advertising, there is no such thing like hitting 2 birds with 1 rock. One campaign, one goal. Either your goal is to fill up your rooms or to drive more direct bookings. Simple as that. In such scenario, the goal should not necessarily be to bypass intermediaries. Instead, it should be about leveraging the support of the OTAs as they can help generate the needed volumes of bookings. And so what is the primary goal of an OTA? Is to sell more rooms for the hotels that are already selling well. In other words, OTAs reward hotels that demonstrate a higher conversion rate. Hence, why should hoteliers negatively impact their OTA's conversion rate by pushing for direct bookings? Such a move could potentially lead to fewer total bookings, when instead we will need volumes more than ever. If the prime objective is to increase the number of bookings, chasing direct reservation might not necessarily be the most effective strategy. However, when hotel is already at full capacity, working to improve profits, then focusing on direct bookings makes absolute sense. Paradox number 4, do what others do. In the hotel industry, we are always talking about creating unforgettable experiences, promising unforgettable nights, comfortable beds, cozy rooms, and whatever. We emphasize crafting an incredible journey for our guests. However, a recurring mistake, in my opinion, lies in using cliches and commonplace phrases, which effectively means doing what everyone else is doing. And so instead of following the crowd, hoteliers should strive to break the mold and offer something different. It's about avoiding the trap of being unoriginal and merely copying what others do. And this is, in my opinion, the paradox par excellence. So while striving to surpass all other hotels in the eyes of our guests, we remain dedicated to upholding industry norms and standards with unwavering effort. And so try to stand out by delivering truly unique experiences and expressing them in a fresh, genuine, and captivating manner. It's not just an option, it's probably the only option. Paradox number 5, the please everyone paradox. There's a cliche in revenue management that says, don't put all your eggs in one basket. And I have to admit it, this statement makes me vomit, literally. Because while it is kinda understandable where such statement comes from, In the context of revenue management, when it comes to hotel marketing, such concept is pure BS. That leads to one of the most common mistakes in hospitality, which is trying to please everyone. A typical example that I often cite is the common statement found on many hotel websites: the ideal hotel, whether you are traveling for business or leisure. And so when we talk about a niche, we mean a specific, often smaller segment of the market, but in the pursuit of trying to attract everyone, hoteliers tend to cast a wide net, hoping to capture as many as possible. And so this leads to being generalists rather than specialists. By doing so, these hoteliers risk losing their appeal because they don't specialize in actually anything. Instead of becoming a jack of all trades and master of none, hotels need to define and understand their specific target market or niche and tailor their offerings accordingly. And this means that by focusing on a niche, you should intentionally avoid other segments. Paradox number 6, the leaky bucket. This paradox involves spending resources to fill our bucket, our hotel's website, while ignoring the fact that the bucket is actually leaking. Think of it as having a literal bucket you're trying to fill with water, but there's a hole in the bucket causing the water to leak out. So you continue to pay for water to fill the bucket, but the bucket can't hold the water and it continuously empties. So this situation is often encountered when hotels decide to engage in advertising to acquire paying customers via campaigns on Google, Facebook, meta search engines, without being certain that their website is performing well enough to convert that traffic. And no amount of advertising can solve what has not been solved organically. If the hotel's organic performance is good, advertising can act as a booster, providing exceptional results. But if the site has poor conversion rates, then advertising will only bring traffic to a site that continues to underperform. Can we ensure that we are maximizing the potential of our current assets without spending a dime? So first, fix the hole before putting more expensive water into your bucket. Paradox number 7, the unique selling proposition paradox. This paradox deals with the underutilization of differentiating elements, commonly known as USP, so unique selling propositions. Often hotels have unique attributes that set them apart, but they fail to recognize or capitalize on these differentiators. In fact, many hotels may not even be aware that they possess unique features. Others intentionally choose to ignore them and end up competing with everyone else using the same tactics, mainly because they want to emulate others. So just to make an example, if you are the only hotel with a swimming pool in your area, that's a distinctive feature. Therefore, you should incorporate it into almost all of your communications. Paradox number 8, the frequent traveler paradox. This is about the strategy of targeting frequent travelers on Facebook mainly, especially if we are hotels located in well-known destinations like, New York, London, Venice, Paris. So by definition, a frequent traveler is, someone who travels frequently. In all likelihood, these frequent travelers will have already visited these popular destinations. Instead, the focus should be on the exact opposite eventually, those individuals who do not travel as frequently and might find an attractive offer as a motivation to finally embark on a trip towards such well-known destinations. And last one, paradox number 9, the booking engine paradox. This final paradox resolves around the notion of directing all users to the booking engine while considering it the sole means of direct communication. In doing so, requests made through contact forms or quotation requests are intentionally undermined. Now, drawing from my personal experience, I can attest that quotation requests still work incredibly well even today, especially for the leisure market. Indeed, for leisure hotels, there are numerous facets and variables that a booking engine simply cannot handle. And so consider even a small question or a slight doubt. A contact form allows for interaction, thus establishing a direct line of communication with the potential client and resolving their uncertainty. Contrarily, a booking engine presents a black and white situation. No gray shades. Either a booking is made or it isn't. No communication and no negotiation. Too often means no revenue. To conclude this video, each of these paradoxes highlights the intricate nature of marketing within the hospitality industry. The key, in my opinion, lies in striking a balance, so making a strategic decision based on a thorough analysis and remaining adaptable and strategic as the hospitality industry continues to evolve.